Good everyone, and welcome once again. My name again remains Abraham Jananaja, the president and founder of Writers Interactive Network. In our previous class, we spoke and discussed understanding the basics of creative writing, where we spoke about what distinguishes creative writing from other forms of writing, the role of imagination, creativity, and personal expression. Today we're going to be speaking on structure and plot development. I said structure and plot development. I guess we're all seated and ready to take on the next discussion. Story structure and plot development are fundamental components of creative writing that ensure a narrative is engaging and coherent. A well-developed plot takes the reader on a journey, moving through stages of tension, conflict, and resolution, while the story structure provides the framework for how this journey unfolds. Let's talk about how do we contrast a plot that is engaging and logical. Number one, start with a strong central conflict. Every great story revolves around conflict. This could be external, e.g., or for instance, a character battling an antagonist or facing a life-threatening challenge, or internal, and then that's a character struggling with their own emotions, desires, or fears. The conflict gives the story its tension and drives the narrative forward. Also, engaging plots often explore both types of conflict simultaneously, enriching the character's journey and making it more relatable. Number two, create clear goals and stake. What do I mean by that? Characters must have clear objectives or goals that they are working towards. This gives the story direction and purpose. As the plot progresses, the stakes should escalate. If the characters fail to achieve their goals, there must be consequences. Also, whether it's saving a relationship, solving a mystery, or surviving a disaster, the higher the stakes, the more invested the reader becomes. Number three, use cause and effect logic. It works almost all the time. A logical plot follows cause and effect progression. Each event in the story should lead naturally to the next. For instance, or for example, if a character makes a choice, it should have consequences that that affect future actions and decisions. In this, I would say avoid random or contrived events that doesn't connect to the story's overall logic. Also, this consistency keeps the story believable and immersive. Even in fantasy or science fiction genres where the rules of the world may differ. Number four, build tension and pacing. Pacing is crucial to maintaining engagement. The plot should alternate between moments of rising tension and moments of relief. The stakes should continually increase, leading the reader towards the climax. If the story moves quickly without these fluctuations, it may overwhelm the reader. If it drags on too slowly, it risks losing the reader's interest. Also, subplots may help to maintain pacing by providing diversions from the main story, or creating depth without derailing the overall narrative. Number 5, introduce surprises and reversals. Plot twists, surprises, or reversals of fortune can add intrigues and suspense. However, this should be grounded in the story's logic and character development. A plot twist that feels unearned or out of place can frustrate readers. So it's essential to set up this moment subtly through foreshadowing and character behavior. Number 6, develop a meaningful resolution. And what do I mean by that? An engaging plot should have a satisfying resolution. This doesn't always mean a happy ending, but the central conflict must be addressed and loose ends tied up. The resolution should reflect the themes and character arcs, giving the reader a sense of what? Closure. I bet we both said that together. Okay, so let's go through common plot structures, right? Writers have used various plot structures over the centuries to guide their stories, their storytelling. These structures provide a blueprint for how to organize a plot's key moments, ensuring it flows naturally and delivers a satisfying emotional arc. One of the most recognized plot structure is Freytag's pyramid, a model introduced by 19th century German playwright Gustav Freytag. This structure divides a story into 5 parts: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. So let's look at maybe other common plot structure. We have the hero's journey, we have 3 action structure, we have in media res, non-linear plots, amongst others. So let me delve into creating rising action, climax, and resolution. Rising action. The rising action should progressively complicate the protagonist's journey, while the climax is the story's high point where the protagonist faces the main challenge or antagonist. Then the resolution is, for instance, after the intensity of the climax, the resolution brings the story to a satisfying conclusion. I bet we're learning. Okay, so in conclusion, constructing a plot that is both engaging and logical requires careful planning and a strong understanding of narrative structure. By balancing rising tension with a meaningful climax and resolution, writers can guide readers through an emotional and intellectual journey that keeps them invested from beginning to end. Familiar plot structures such as Freytag's pyramid often offer a useful blueprint for organizing a story, while creativity and character-driven choices bring the plot to life. Thank you so much once again. My name remains Abraham John Onoja, and I look forward to seeing you in the